case, what do we all remember from last time?
Mm, I beat up a guy.
We went to the
Got
city
him
dump.
thrown.
Gone.
Got him thrown out of the vampire club. We went to the city.
We
dump.
fucked around.
Yeah.
And
One of us literally got drunk.
I don't recall everything past that point.
Well, we went to the dump, unstaked you, left the dump, went to grab a snack, which you succeeded on and everyone else failed.
All right, yeah, I got food, and
Like-
then I got scared of a potential werewolf hanging out in the bar.
Yeah. Blood tried to find the good doctor, could not find her, and thus could not eat. Even though, he probably could have just peeked around, but he might not have had the right one.
Also, it's just, it's just polite to not do that.
You're just not an asshole like Elijah. And speaking of, he found a potential victim. However, that turned out to be a supernatural being. And
Oh, you keep cutting out.
I said he did find a potential snack. However, that turned out to be.
Yeah, that did happen, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You did, in fact, find a person, and you did, in fact, try to eat them.
And they, in fact, turned out to be something much grander than you.
We don't know that. Just know that they're a supernatural being because they detected him. Whereas normal humans will be normally unable to detect them unless he announces his presence.
Have you ever heard of the TV show Resident Alien?
I'm assuming it's about a doctor who's not human.
Yes. And how, very rarely humans can see through his, disguise. So they
I'm disappointed I was actually right about that.
It's on Netflix. You've probably seen the tile for it.
I'll give your word for that. Or something like that. Alright, so all of you had your night. We did all your recuperation and recovery. So unless anyone has any other plans, that should be the start of a new night.
Which means we gotta use the blood, right?
I believe we did that last time.
I hope I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Necro walked us through all.
Alrighty, so now that's the start of a new day. What is the game plan for the three of you?
I need food.
There may be a place to find it.
Shall we stop by the doctor again?
Yes.
Might as well go.
Yeah. It's always good to make contacts.
If you want, then we could just go prowling in the night. Because I know you ain't getting in it. Club. He says, poking Harvey accusingly.
I mean, yeah. He has like a black coffee in his hand.
At least not. At least not any club that this one is going to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe a more refined establishment that we're normally used to attending.
You ever? Oh wait.
Can't get people in the dark corners that way.
I mean,
What do you mean, my friend? Have you been there? They do so love their mood lighting candles all about,
Yeah, but
talking in low whispers.
There's not enough noise to cover the screaming.
that's why you hypnotize him
He
first.
just smiles. Well, that's because you're new, child. And plus, you need to work on, and plus, it's skills of your particular skills. Harvey here can simply talk them to meeting. Me, I can just walk behind them all night. Make their skin crawl. Their blood cool. And when they finally get, when their fear finally bubbles over and they run, I just chase them down. And I slit their throat.
That's a lot of work.
So you are the shadow
But that's
demon.
the fun, child. Oh, what was that, Harvey?
So you are the shadow demon. You run. I run from every time I turn off the light. He says with a smirk.
Oh no, that's someone else from the carnival.
What, Phil?
You know, I didn't have a name, but I'm gonna. His name is Phil.
Phil the shadow
He's
demon.
He's a spooky, sneaky guy.
All right, let's get in the car. We're going to the hospital.
I doubt it's an actual shadow demon. That'd be fucking wild. Oh yeah, that's my sire's shadow demon, Phil. How's it going, Phil? Woo! That's cool, Phil.
I've been to hell. It
Woo!
sucks.
The souls are forever in torment.
I
Their
keep telling
pain
you.
is endless. That's cool, Phil.
I keep telling you. My name is Philomandius.
Even the coins scream. Everything must be made of souls. All right, Phil.
You got it, Phil. Whatever you say, my friend. Whatever you say.
All right, off to the Jefferson Hospital we go.
Oh.
Let me move you on to that man.
2 emos and a happy goth go to the hospital.
I didn't realize we were dressing for that particular occasion.
Now you make your way to the hospital, and it seems unremarkable, especially compared to last time. The usual receptionist is once again back at her station compared to last time.
Kooky janitor.
May I speak with Dr. Patricia?
Yeah, might as well. She seems to like you.
Aww. Harvey knocks.
Yeah, come in, come in.
Hey, Patricia, just need to get some blood.
Oh, good, good. You need it mobile or you want it local?
Local's fine.
Okay, good. Let me just put this away. And you just hear a clattering of metallic objects fold into a drawer before she slams it shut. Alrighty, and do your friends need anything, or are they just here to watch you?
Hey, Elijah, you thirsty?
Oh, I could always use a snack. I do prefer the prowl. However, one cannot argue with convenience.
Okay, let me just check. And then she goes over to one of the patients laying in bed, checks their chart. After a little bit, puts it back down, and then steps back to you. You don't have any particular dietary preferences, do you?
Cancer.
Looking over to Elijah.
Oh,
No, not in particular.
Okay, then that one should be good for you.
I do appreciate your assistance, madam. My services are
Might be a little
having no
sweet. Might
favor.
be a little sweet, but should be fine otherwise.
Nah.
what? Did you inject him with a bunch of glucose?
Yeah, that one doesn't that one's diabetic. They don't treat themselves properly, and they crash constantly, so they have to be hospitalized quite frequently.
Harvey shakes his head. Man, mortals just can't take care of themselves.
Oh my, I
Indeed,
haven't had
indeed.
a sweet treat in a minute.
Oh hello, little priesty. Do you need something as well, or are you just here to watch?
I'm just here to watch.
That's fair. That's fair.
I can hunt my own food, thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sure you do a good job. You had a good teacher after all.
Her teacher does have a fine setup. I will say that about your side.
Thank you.
If the carnival wasn't so damn far away, I'd show you.
Let's see.
But then we'll take care of that sometime later.
Oh no, not this
Yeah.
one. Not this one. Let's see. You don't mind a little chemo, do you?
I think I need the chemo drugs.
No, then this one should be perfect for you.
All right.
I'll let you have at it, and when you're done, come back to the office. We can discuss payment.
You do know I don't have fangs.
You're right. You're right. You do tend to be unique in that regard. She quickly shuffles back, and after tapping her body a little bit, she eventually pulls out a scalpel from her coat pocket and makes a very delicate incision on the neck. I'll try not to make too much of a mess. Are you able to close up afterwards, or do you need me for that too?
I cannot.
Wow, you really are blue blood.
What's a dull bite when you have an infectious bite?
Fair.
It just means that I'm more authentic when I bite people.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'm gonna drink 3 points of blood.
Yeah, that is as much as you can get in one turn.
Yep, and that's all.
So after you've had your fill, she quickly runs in and quickly licks the wound clean, causing it to heal up seamlessly. And meanwhile, Elijah, how much are you taking from your particular victim?
I was thinking like 2.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Try not to indulge. He does have his figure he has to worry.
Of course, of course. Alrighty, so your patient doesn't seem to react much, either from heavy sedation or through some other complications. They're surprisingly sweet compared to most blood, but otherwise mundane.
He'll lick the wounds closed and such. Normal procedure.
And
And go back over to the office.
yeah, now unless there's something else, we should probably head back to the office and we can discuss payment.
Of course. I keep forgetting Elijah looks like 30 Days of Nights vampires.
Alrighty now. So will these be separate, or are you lumping it together?
I'll handle it.
Wonderful,
Oh, wow.
wonderful.
And Harvey hands over like a stack of cash.
Hmm. She takes a moment to sort through the cash, count it out, and she hums for a bit, clearly doing some sort of mental math.
Be right back. Gotta talk to dinner.
After a moment, she nods. Yep, think with this amount, as well as a minor favor, should be able to cover everything for tonight.
And Harvey nods. Oh, one thing. I heard you weren't here last night. How did your meeting go?
Patient confidentiality.
Of course.
Oh, so nosy, Harvey.
I'm a blue blood. That's what I do.
You should know the privacy of our kind.
Considering my nature and being the only one of my kind in this particular area, I do tend to be a bit busier than expected.
It's best to be in demand in your position like yours.
True, true. Now, will there be anything else?
Huh? I don't know, but unless you want to use your favorite knife.
Not yet, not yet. I'll probably be needing it soon, depending on how things shake out, but I should be good overall for tonight. I do have your number after all, and one of these drawers somewhere.
Harvey pulls out another business card. Here you go.
Oh yeah, that'll work. She then opens up a different drawer, drops it in, and you can hear faint bubbling just before she closes it.
That is objectively funny. You weren't dealing with chemicals before I walked in, were you?
Before you walked in, no.
Well, Harvey just thinks, not my problem.
Well, yeah, anyway, look, have a great day, Doctor.
Have a wonderful night,
You as well.
ma'am. My dear. Okay. What's first on the to-do list tonight?
That's a great question.
We haven't gone out on to the other side of the river yet.
We have not.
I believe we should stop by the Elysium first, make sure that we're not in demand. And then, if that is the case, we should go to the other side of the river and make our acquaintances with the prince there.
See if we can, at least. It might complicate things, but you know, I still have to make my introductions to both either way. Might as well make his way outside.
Yep. Harvey gets the door for Millarc before going to get in the car. Okay. I was thinking, Elijah, now that I have the opportunity, I believe I should start assembling an untraceable firearm for myself.
Oh, pulling back on your days.
Yes. At the very least, people ask less questions when people are shot than when people are eviscerated.
No, that's fair.
Necro, is there any gun shows happening in the area?
Any gun shows? That is an excellent question that you could likely answer yourself using
My cell
the
phone.
following steps. You know what? That would potentially be an option if you wanted to use your intelligence and technology to try and do any internet searching.
Can I make an intelligence and investigation?
If you wanted to use a different method of trying to find out, you could potentially use that. Though you would have to explain to me what your alternative would be.
So there should be. So this is like 2011. So there should still be a handful of phone booths, especially right outside a hospital. So I go to the hospital's phone booth, and I'm gonna investigate the phone booth for any like gun shows / gun dealers / pawn shops. So I can call them, and then from them I can get rumors or rumors, local news about like a gun show happening in Kansas City.
You know what? A fair that's a fair route that you're choosing to take. I'll allow it.
All right, /R 7010. What's the difficulty on this?
It's a normal difficulty.
Because I know I have enchanting voice, but it doesn't matter how enchanting I am if there just is no gun shows happening at this time.
That's correct. So while you might be able to get more information out of people, that also depends if there's any people to get information out.
That's 2 successes.
Alright. Alrighty, so you have to call around a few bits. Turns out most places aren't open at this hour. But you do manage to get a hold of a local pawn shop. The person on the other end of the phone seems a bit tired, but they give a rote greeting about it and quickly ask if you're planning on making any large sales or purchases.
And then I asked about the gun show.
Like they think about it, and after a bit of ruffling around with what you assume to be some sort of papers, they grumble a bit before picking up the phone again. Not that I'm aware of, no. I don't think there's any gun shows coming to town.
Oh, that's a shame. What about yourself? Do you happen to have like aftermarket parts on you? Safe from liquidation?
We certainly have some stuff. Whether or not it has anything to do with guns, I'm not exactly an expert on that. But we certainly have a few bits and bobs, some screws and thingamajigs. Maybe some of that could be useful to you.
All right, Necro. I'm just making sure. This guy's just not very good at his job, and Because this is a pawn shop in an American city.
You can hear in his voice that that they sound dead on their feet.
Okay. Uh, uh, okay, I'm going to ask, where's his shop located?
There's a bit of a delay in his thought as you can hear him shuffling about a little bit before he eventually responds. Yeah, we're on Grand Boulevard, just next on the corner of Truman.
Do you mind if I see the map?
Yep, I will bring over to the city map.
So Grand Boulevard on Truman. All right. Is he north or south of a highway?
Yeah, he specifies that it would be south, right near the exit.
All right. Thank you for your time, sir. I'll be visiting you quite soon.
Whatever you say, sir. Ma'am. Whatever.
I hang up and I look to Elijah. You don't mind making a pit stop to pick up some parts, do you?
Well, I mean, I could just steal the guns while we're there, but yeah.
Okay. Elle, you back yet? Doesn't sound like it.
Picks up Millarc, throws her in the back of the car.
Okay.
All right, time to go drive.
Yep. I drive to the gun store, to the pawn shop.
Alrighty, so you make your way to the pawn shop. It's right. It's a nice little corner shop on the street. The parking lot's a tad snug due to its awkward positioning.
Thankfully, it's
But
basically empty.
yeah, at this particular time of night, you only see a couple of cars in the parking lot, and you see a nice neon sign that currently reads as Ale's Dawn Shop.
Oh, I see.
Returned.
Because the lights out. Welcome back, Elle.
What'd I miss?
We went to a pawn shop real quick
Okay.
Thinking about guns.
before we go to the other side of the river.
That's gonna be fun.
They said there was wizards on the other side of the river.
So we want to arm up.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to get some sawed-offs.
Man, and all I got. What kind of gun do I got? I know I had a gun at one point.
I believe we just got some pistols.
We have some pistols and like a Tech 9 that's made out of plumbing parts.
Yeah, I don't even have that gear marked down wherever it went. Oh well.
Where are the rules for the firearms? Or the firearms stuff? Oh, there it is. Alright. So Remington 870 can be obscured, but a Beretta Tikka T3 can't, despite being exactly as long.
If I had to guess, which you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, gun nerd, but I'm assuming part of that has to do with the magazine because on a shotgun it's internal, but on the other gun it's probably got external, which makes it impossible to hide.
It looks like the Beretta TK M3, Tikka M3, is a bolt action rifle. with no exterior magazine.
I mean, they probably just went, "Oh, look, it's a bolt-action rifle. Clearly, I
I,
don't hide that in a trench coat or something."
I'm just complaining because of it's kind of arbitrary, but I understand why.
It probably also has that. Probably also has a scope on it as well.
I don't believe it comes with a scope. I think you have to still buy that. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Right. Do you want to buy anything while we're in there, Millarc?
Not really. I don't even know if I have any money.
I do.
I mean, you can still go in and try to sweet talk them out of shit. Barely awake.
It's fine. I'm sure this will all violence is not the answer.
Oh no, there's no violence. Maybe petty theft.
I mean, across the river, violence will not be the answer.
Oh no, yeah, well, we're still gonna want guns. You ran into one of the reasons last night.
Wait, I thought we were sure that that wasn't actually a werewolf.
I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't know, child. You made it sound like. Either way, we know there's a place where there might be some. And who knows what kind of creature I ran into.
All right, Necro, do you mind if we step inside?
Whenever you all wish to. Right now, you're having a delightful conversation in the parking lot.
All right.
And when everyone decides to go in, Elijah will.
You cut out.
You
He,
cut
he's,
out.
he's going to be all sneaky. He's going to use his sneaky man.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right,
You'll be
Necro.
stealing shit while we keep them busy. Got it.
Alrighty, you enter the pawn shop. It has a few display racks, and it has a large counter with made almost entirely of glass, in which more things for sale can be seen through. And on the opposite side of the long roundabout counter is a young man whose face has a multitude of metal implements stapled through it, and an expression that is almost as bored as it is exhausted.
Okay. Oh my God, he's a Samisi.
Oh, not everyone you meet is a vampire.
I was joking.
I sure hope so.
God, I thought it was weird when kids my days would pierce their ears. All right, I walk up to the. Okay, I'm going to look at what's on display. Is there shotguns or like gun parts on display?
Uh, Feel free to make me an investigation and perception.
Can I make a craft gunsmithing roll?
You know, you may.
All right, that's one more dot, but that's fine.
Every little bit helps.
All right, that's one success. That's not a critical success, but hey.
You look around, and the only thing that you particularly see being related to your interests is some miscellaneous tools that can be used for gun crafting.
Is this still a full set?
There's various parts available, though you could probably buy enough to form an actual kit.
All right, I'm going to gather it all up and I'm going to take it up to the kid.
Alright, is that going to be cash or credit?
Cash.
Of course it is.
Look, man, I'm just here visiting. I've got my kid at home. Here you go.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I know. I never saw you. You never bought anything. Yada yada.
looks down to like my set of like cleaner's tools and like torque wrench and like genuinely innocuous stuff. It's like, dude. All right. I assume it's just a trivial amount of cash, right?
I don't think Elijah
It's
sees guns.
yeah, it's the yeah, no, it's a fairly mundane amount. Something it strains your petty cash a bit, but not enough that you feel the need to barter particularly aggressively.
Okay. I hand it off, and is there like a notice board or anything like any like flyers, waivers, like a big book stand with like those like calling cards that some places have that have like local businesses?
Oh,
Uh, Not that you can see. The only thing that you can see is Millarc. Could you do me something real quick?
Sure. Where's my
Could you
button?
could you make me a self-control test?
Oh, for God's sake!
Sure. Where's?
Should be on the lower on the lower part of your character
No,
sheet.
I'm looking for here. I was looking at something on Earth and I lost the window with this stuff.
Okay.
What is brain? Roll. Read. Oh my goodness, my brain is gone. Okay. R slash. Slash comes first. Okay, 20.
Fair enough. You all right, nothing comes of that. So the only thing you see, Harvey, is you do see some particularly attractive flyers, but a quick cursory looks shows that they're rather unrelated to your particular concerns. Mostly flyers for various college-related activities, such as plays and parties and what have you.
Does this place sell ammo?
Not that you could find.
Jeez, this is a shitty pawn shop. All right, I call it here. Well, thankfully we're right next to a highway entrance.
Will that be anything else for you, sir?
Is there anything here that actually looks useful or valuable?
I guess that depends exactly on what you consider valuable. I know we have a few bits of jewelry. Whether or not it's good or not is, I guess that'd be up to you.
All right, I'm going to make a occult. Can I make an occult perception test?
Well, if you wish to. What are you looking for? Something in particular, or just anything occult?
I'm looking for anything that's occult relating that's real, especially towards vampires.
Yeah, feel free to do so.
Nope. That one success is counted by that one failure.
You look around, and for a moment you think you see something useful, but then
It's made in China.
now you look closer, and you realize that the particular necklace that you find, that while it does look very much like a holy symbol, it lacks any of the holy power that you would usually associate with the occult.
I see. Oh well, yep. There's nothing here that I can see of value. Off to the Elysium we go.
Which one are you heading to?
The Historic District Museum.
Fair enough.
It's one on the way to the highway interchange.
Just change that real quick. Yep, everything's good enough for here. Let me move you all to the museum.
Yeah. Oh wait, is Millarc still banned from here, or was she just given a warning?
An
Not
excellent
banned.
question.
I was not banned.
Okay.
I remember enough details to know that I was not banned. I did not get the blame for that bullshit.
Okay. I'm gonna go walk up to the Elysium bartender.
Welcome back. Will there be anything else for you?
Um, is there any rumors?
The night's always filled with rumors, though you're a bit early if you're wanting the freshest.
Well, that hit me. Particularly if there's anything happening on the other side of the river.
Not particularly that I'm aware of. Though, I guess I did hear that there's been some occurrences over there. Whether or not that means anything. Supposedly some people have been looking around where they shouldn't, and that's caused a bit of a stir. Not sure who would be interested in the bridge in particular, but I'm sure everything's being handled appropriately.
Is there a problem on the bridge itself?
Not that I'm aware of, but apparently it's causing a bit of a ruckus with some of the old bloods.
All right. Finally, is there any place you know of that I can get some aftermarket gun parts?
There might be, though usually you would need an invitation to such a place.
Who would I be inquiring with to get said invitation?
Well, there's a few different people you could try and get in contact with. The most effective would be someone in power. They would be able to make the appropriate connections. Though if you're looking for a more expedient manner, you could always discuss with the local rat population. They may know a thing or two if you're willing to play their games.
Out of character, rat implies Nosferatu, right?
Yep, the sewer rats.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, just I've been down there once already, and once in 1 week is enough.
It would be, like I said, it would be the quickest way, though
Well,
not your only way.
well, I guess it's going to be Shreknet for me. Well, Elijah, you have any questions you have yourself?
Not particularly.
All right. Well, wish us luck. We're going to the other side of the river and see if there's any trouble to be solved.
I suspect you'll need it.
What, luck to find trouble, or luck at when we do find it?
Both.
Neither or. Like I said, something's caused a bit of a stir there. So whether or not anything will even happen over there is gonna be a surprise to you.
Well, I suppose we shall see. Well then, Harvey, do you have anything else? Shall we wish them a merry night and be on our...
So haste to leave the Elysium?
Well, I mean, what else are we going to
Oh, well, that's actually a question. Is there an Elysium on the other side of the river you know about? Looking to the
Hell no.
bartender. Looking to the bartender.
Well, by definition, there should be at least one. It would be an unusual city if there was not an Elysium there, considering, as far as I'm aware, if they're still part of the Camarilla. Though, admittedly, it has been some time since I've heard anything from the other side.
That's unusual.
Not particularly.
I mean, there's no doubt to be conflict between the two, if I'm not wrong.
I'm just... Maybe it's my New Yorker attitude affecting me, but two cities in such close proximity, literally divided by a river, and they don't know what the Elysium is there? Thank you for your information, ma'am.
Well, have a good night as well.
Well, off we go to the other side of the city. Maybe we'll get more lucky and we'll find some shovelheads to kill for their guns.
Now, see, there's a plan.
Is Millarc doing anything?
Standing by the door waiting for you guys because
Oh,
you
good.
can't open the door without it blowing open.
That's right. I keep forgetting.
Like I keep saying, Elijah opens the door for gentlemen. It's just whether or not you take it.
Well, Necro, do you have anything ready for the other side of the city? Other side of the river?
Well, that might be the case. You can certainly attempt to make your way over if you wish to try.
All right, we're going.
Well, let's at least check out the bridge.
Yep, let's check out the bridge.
The bridge.
And away we go. We drive.
Drive, bitch, drive. Do you need me to make a driving test?
No, just whenever you're ready to go to the bridge. Unless you need me to point out where the bridge is.
Let's see. Since I don't even see the river on this map, would it just be 670?
Well, actually, if it'd be closer to the, well, I mean, probably both of those ways that connect to the other side, because there's multiple bridges to the other side.
I'd hope so. It's Kansas City.
Yeah. So yes, that would be one of them if you wish to take it.
Yeah, we'll take this one.
Alrighty, so you make your way onto the highway, and as you get closer, you see some signs along the highway that say bridge work ahead.
Great. Does it say like detour advised, or just that bridge work is going on?
It after you pass those signs, you do in fact see a sign that says detour advised, and it primarily recommends getting off the highway.
I start getting off the highway and I turn back to Millarc and ask, "Hey, is that usual that the bridge is under construction, under work like this?"
I put on my thinking cap and see here, streetwise and intelligence or wits.
Depending on how you're going about it, either one could work.
Well, I'm just trying to look into my own memories on the matter, so
In that case, it would probably be intelligence.
one success, I think.
Yep. You think back on it, and while bridge work does occasionally happen, it is unusual for it to be happening around this time, especially since you can, in fact, see some people and equipment on the bridge before you guys turned off.
Not really, I comment.
Yeah. What about you, Elijah? You have any? You think this is suspicious?
I guess Elijah will use wits and streetwise.
Yeah, that would be a good option.
I believe it's like 2, maybe.
Yep, you're looking at, and while you can't be certain since you're not a local of this area, you've traveled along enough on the roads to notice that it is a bit peculiar. For one, construction crews don't usually work in the dead of night. They usually prefer the bright day to be doing their construction. And more importantly, you notice that the weather, at least the forecast, is not expected to be pleasant for any construction efforts, and most would not be working at this hour because of that.
Well, Harvey, first off, they shouldn't be out this late, and secondly, the weather is definitely not in their favor.
Well,
So,
yes.
I think they might be the powers that be might be under a similar situation to our friend at the dump. Either by way of money or by other natural means. I do believe that these people are probably at Gauze or something. Like our friend at the Elysium said, some trouble happened. So I'm sure if we get close, they're probably not even working on the.
Well, I'd imagine not. It's dead tonight.
No, they're still there. The machines are still going.
Necro, are the
I'm
machines
just
still
saying
going?
that they're probably.
Sorry.
I guess you could use your from your, well, because you were the driver, you probably would have noticed it, and you did from, well, it was hard to tell from a distance. You could see that there was some activity going on the bridge.
Damn.
Yeah, like I said, something tells me they're not tearing it up. This is just my own paranoia. Just spitballing at the wall. They might not even be tearing up the bridge. Just using the machinery to go through the oceans. But we won't know unless we took a closer look.
I think that would be a good idea.
I could take a walk if it would so please you.
Oh, I would love for you to use your special abilities.
And I'll try not to kill anybody unnecessarily.
Please, we do not want the primogens breathing down our neck because we killed one of their playthings.
Damn. Bad enough I couldn't kill the man at the dump. Anyway. And I guess once they get close enough, Elijah will exit the vehicle, obfuscate himself, and then do his best to sneakily walk among the construction workers to get a close look at their operations.
Alrighty, so as you get closer and get within view of them, you can see that their machinery is vaguely associated with road work, but it's mostly just idling about. Occasionally they move it around, but it's mostly just there to make lights and noise. The actual construction workers, the road workers, while they are wearing the correct attire, they your first examination makes you suspect that they're probably not qualified for this particular task. Though you would likely need to take a closer look to figure out why that might be. Outside of
What would
just their
have to? I was about to ask, what do I have to roll for that?
there would be your perception would be your primary step. Try to look at someone.
Yeah, I was just wondering, is it like investigation?
Yeah, no, probably your well, there's a few things. Alertness would probably be the big one to let you alert to anything going on. You could use
Okay.
awareness if you suspected some otherworldly issues, or you could use stealth if you are trying to get a closer look at this.
Perception, stealth.
Yep, if you're trying to get a real close look on them without getting
Yeah.
spotted.
It does help that he's practically invisible.
That's pretty good, actually. So you're able to get closer, and as you suspected, their attire is supposedly that of a road worker, but you notice that many of them have exposed arms, and a few of them occasionally have their hands resting in places where a weapon would usually be resting. You also see that as you get particularly close and you get a better look at them, you notice that most of them have a sickly appearance despite the vigor of their body. They look rather cadaverous, to be entirely blunt, as if any sense of life has already abandoned all the workers here.
Hmm. You said that they had guns and just the suppression of I want to pickpocket one of their guns.
I said they had their hands on where weapons would be.
Yeah. Is there any weapons there, or are they just like covering a non-existent holster?
You you would probably need to do a closer look to see exactly what they've got on them. But all you can tell right now is that they have some kind of weapon, and they seem eager to use them.
That's fair.
Oh, and one additional thing is that while a few of them do seem to be the typical brawny laborers you would expect working on a crew, one of them has a somewhat leaner appearance. Their their ears have an almost imperceptible point to them. and and compared to the others, they seem a mite hairier than the others. They, as the others are going between pretending to work and looking around for any cars, they sniff the air and start having their hackles raised as they look around, trying to figure out what's unusual about their situation.
That particular individual?
That particular individual, the others haven't quite noticed their colleague's agitation yet.
Okay. Oh, the temptations. Fuck. Can I get a look at this particular individual? I'm not going to get too close because he'll sniff me out. But I'll use perception alertness.
Yeah, if you want to get a better look at him in particular, that would be a good option to try and see. Good result. Yeah, now that you're aware of his presence and you're able to find yourself a nice vantage point to focus in on him, you do notice that while he's trying to maintain a somewhat professional stance, you notice that he's slouching low and he occasionally looks around in furtive glances, his nose occasionally sticking up in the air and aggressively sniffing. His hands, that were at one point mundane, have steadily grown noticeably sharper and more rigid. And his features have begun to shape into something more aggressive, with his fangs growing noticeably out of his face.
Yep, that's Elijah's cue to the hell off. Thinking to himself, like, alright, that's plenty scouting. Just walks his way back.
Alright, so after a little bit of time, Harvey and Millarc, you find your car door opening up as a familiar weight gently rocks the vehicle before closing the door.
Well, a couple things I noticed. I was indeed correct. Most of those machines on there are barely running, and not even the right one. Most of the crew, it looked like walking corpses. Might even be reanimated. And a particular individual appeared to be in charge of the situation. At the very least, the only intelligent guard in a route full of zombies. It appeared to be undergoing a transformation concerning the furious things.
Wow, that is amateur hour.
That sounds concerning.
Indeed.
Did you get the feeling that this is a shovelhead operation?
Well, no, it's hard to tell, seeing how that might have been a werewolf. And if the Sabbat really is working with werewolves now, that's fucking wild.
I will.
Anyway.
Well, that's not impossible. That would be a fucking change.
Yeah, it certainly fucking would be. Now, it might have been a gangrel, to be fair. It might have been. They are more on the feral side of things. But typically, they don't stop transforming from my understanding. However, I do not know enough about the gangrel kind.
Necro, would I know enough about the gangrel kind?
That would likely be intelligence and either occult or politics, depending on how you wish to do this.
The
You know,
cult.
which is rude of me now that there's a gangrel in the freak show.
8d10.
Dog
know,
man.
God damn it, ones!
Oh,
What
that's
the
that is
fuck?
You know
that
the
is
worst part is I have fucking speciality in this.
You rolled 8 dice. 3 of them were 1.
Oh, do you have speciality in this?
I have occult vampire lore.
Fucking
You do.
hell.
Okay, that's actually very important. That means you did in fact pass this test.
Oh my fuck!
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because your speciality means that the 10 is actually a 2.
2 successes.
Yep.
Okay.
So
It's
it's
a critical
so
success. That's fucking...
yep. So you do get some information. So while you don't tend to spend much time with the mongrels due to their uncouth nature,
Hey, I
and the
have
fact
many
they
mongrel
seem,
friends.
and the fact that they seem to disdain you almost as much as you do them,
It's the weed, okay?
you are aware that they do tend to be referred to as the Outlanders for a reason. They're usually less comfortable in the cities and more at home amongst the beasts.
So this is probably a gangrel, from what described.
That's a possibility. You would not be certain without seeing it for yourself.
Unfortunately, I don't own any fucking binoculars. I'm gonna write that down. I need to buy some binoculars.
Oof.
Okay, alright. Well, I guess we're going up 35. 3570. Alright, I get back on the highway and I go to 3570.
At the very least, we might find him blockhead.
I'm sorry, you cut out there.
I said, at the very least, we might find a more favorable blockhead. One that isn't ran by and that's
What?
going to rip me in half.
Yeah, one that can detect you even though you're invisible to the naked eye.
Yeah, no.
This is the first time I've seen Elijah actually get, like, antsy about something.
It's you. No, you've known him for.
Harvey's known him for a
known
while.
that every time he's seen when he's not supposed to be seen, he gets really frustrated. Just like any performer would be if someone ruined their act.
Oh, you must hate this city so far.
Now, some of the people are fascinating, but this is true.
Alrighty, so you go over to the next available bridge, and you see a familiar sight.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Well, I'm taking a walk. Fucking gets.
The car's still driving.
Yeah, he just bails out. Like, you do like a little turn and he's fucking
Shot out of a cannon.
bails up.
Hello,
God.
brother.
Launches himself over the barriers.
Is he gonna be okay?
Oh yeah, that's Elijah.
I'm a circus performer.
Okay, for real, I do stop the car. We don't need to roll it.
I was about ready
intrigue
to
or
roll
check.
dexterity performance.
Alrighty, so you're getting out of the vehicle. You move towards the bridge to investigate it, and you can't help but notice that While the individuals are certainly different, their attire and their operation is eerily similar to where you've just been. The vehicles are mostly scarecrows, and the workers seem more brute than laborer.
Does this one also ran by a particular individual?
You
I'm
look
sure if it's
around.
not as obvious as before, at least Elijah's vision might give him a different perspective.
Yeah, you look around, and it's not too hard to notice to see who's operating this group as a somewhat as a rather tall and slightly large individual wearing a gaudy purple outfit with an obscenely large hat. Currently, occasionally discussing with some of the laborers there, as well as occasionally giving orders. They seem to take an interest in any noises that occasionally occur without that is not from the crew itself. They actually make me feel free to make me a perception alertness if you don't mind.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, wait, are these just the other hounds that we haven't met yet?
That would be hilarious.
Because I mean, one was described as a woman in the met the biker, and I think the other one was just mentioned to be in the sewer. I don't remember, but you know, funny enough, it might just be the hound from the other bay.
Alrighty, so while for the most part they seem a bit more happy-go-lucky compared to the more serious and dour bruisers, you notice that occasionally they get a quizzical look on their face, and occasionally look in your direction with evident confusion. They uh they they they, they do this a few times, constantly looking at where you're hiding, and eventually shrugging it off as if doubting whatever caused them to look in your direction.
Elijah is both excited by the challenge and nervous that so many people are so perceptive. Um, what does it look further down the bridge? Is it just bridge beyond the blockade, or is there like more going on?
It's you look as for the most part it's mostly bridge, though with a bit of straining you think you might see some what look like lights at the far end of the bridge. Though what those lights come from, you can't tell from this distance.
And so, how long would it take for?
I'm assuming you were asking how long it would take you to get to the other side?
Yeah.
That would partly depend on your pace, but it probably would take you anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on how careful and slow you want to be.
I mean, to be fair, once he's a safe distance from the things, he could just start running.
That is a fair point.
But at the very least, approaching them would require some sneak. So beyond like him doing the endurance run of just dead sprinting out the fucking freeway.
Yep. So yeah, if you want to try to get around the blockade, that would likely be a dexterity stealth to try and circumvent their particular protection.
Okay, yeah.
All right. And while it does, while you do have a close call here and there with the unusually dressed supervisor, you're able to circumvent the barrier and get to the open stretch of bridge on the other side. From a passive viewpoint, you don't see any particular reason why the bridge would be closed at the moment.
Uh, yeah, I'd assume so. I figured it's just a guy.
Do, all right, do you wish to continue investigating the bridge, or do you want to return to your group?
I guess Elijah will return to the group.
Alrighty. Thankfully, it's fairly easy to retrace your path back. And again, you have a few close calls, but you're able to make your way back to the car with ease, away from the rotting corpses patrolling the bridge.
At least he blends in smell-wise.
So, how'd it go?
Well, once again the same. They got more corpses set up, armed and such, with a individual there guard. This time it appears to be a unusually tall woman in a purple suit.
May I make based off of Elijah's description,
Yeah,
make a call?
Yeah, Elijah will go into detail about like her unusual.
And a
Well,
roll are you trying to make?
occult intelligence, vampire lore.
Alrighty, and what about are you trying to know?
Clan, objective, and possible things that may be interesting about this operation itself.
Alrighty, so while it can be while you're working at a bit of a disadvantage due to only having secondhand information from your colleague, you do notice a bit of a pattern with it. That it seems that most of the crew there are bruisers of some sort, and due to your experience with Elijah, you suspect that most likely these are either Bruja or some other type of combative Camarillon.
Gangrels.
And that's the other thing you think about is with the addition of the what are most likely gangrels and how they seem to be positioned in a way to try and track down anyone who tries to sneak through. It's easy to tell that while this is definitely an unusual operation, it's definitely one that's being taken with some amount of authority.
So despite the fact that it's very amateur, it's still being done with like all due seriousness.
Well, what do you mean? This is
Okay.
still plenty to fool the mortals. And the individuals there have shown plenty of skill to be able to pick out individuals such as myself.
The problem.
I am on an unfair advantage in that particular department.
I don't know how deep they have infiltrated the city and state governance, but but these two right here, that's interfering with interstate commerce. If any federal government agent were to try to get by and ask them if they had their permits in order, they're screwed. And using zombies? Oh man, they don't even have the unions on hand? Yeah, this is amateur. The problem is it amateurish from inexperience or desperation?
Probably desperation based on the suddenness of the problem
Shit, the
from the
situation's...
sounds of the, yeah.
Yeah, the situation's worse than I thought. Fuck. Oh, man.
So yes, the hounds have the bridge locked down, and I can only assume that the hounds on the other side of the bridge similarly have their bridge locked down.
But due to your occult roll, I will remind you about Elijah's particular condition when it comes to looking at people.
Oh, yeah, he sees everyone as zombies, as rotting corpses.
Yeah. Yeah, normal people are like, whereas like vampires and other people, the undead are
You cut out in there.
like preserved, are more like himself, like preserved mummies and such.
Okay. All right, so Harvey's actually trying to think, wait, is Elijah actually seeing zombies there? Or is he just not translating it right and is seeing normal, like, people?
You do know that Elijah like describing fetid, even though they are just normal people.
All right, Elijah, this is important. The workers on the bridge, are they mortals? Or are they dead?
Well, they are just okay. My flowery language. I believe them to be mortals.
Okay.
Probably ghouls.
Okay, you had me very worried there for a moment, Elijah.
See, they were just worked to fucking hell. You should have seen them. Even you would have said zombie.
Okay, the situation is not as bad as I thought. I thought we were actually about to be entering open warfare.
You know, at least I think so.
Okay, well, this leaves one
To be
option.
fair, I saw a zombie before, and it looked exactly the same as a mortal. It was very confusing.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, there are two options we have left, actually. One is getting a boat and ferrying our way across the river, and the other is dealing with the Nosferatu and using the under river tunnels.
Well, I was just gonna say, you know, we not worry about the other city.
Yeah, I think if we're going to
You
do
know,
that...
we can also like still visit the Nosferatus to maybe get some guns.
Yeah, I'd rather be prepared before we do anything about that.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know, if they found me, they probably would have just thrown me in the river. And let's be honest here,
They'd probably
I
wonder
have
who
no means to defend myself at this moment besides a stick.
They'd probably wonder what clan you're from, then throwing you in the river.
Yeah, you're right. Most people don't know about us. We all fairly new in the grand scheme of things.
Sorry, Millarc, I know it's been pretty boring just sitting here in the back of the car.
Listen to old man prattle about.
I'm just trying to figure out what this all means. Like, do we call the cops? I mean, if they're not supposed to be here, should we call the cops on them or something?
No, the hounds of the
You cut out.
the hounds from the prince, Millarc.
Okay,
They're
so
technically on our side.
Okay, I was a bit confused.
Yeah, no, depend. I say our side. I mean your side.
They at the very least wouldn't immediately execute you for being an intruder. Us, on the other hand,
Yeah, we're newcomers. We haven't made our introduction. Nobody gives a fuck about it.
well, technically we could make a legal case on the situation, but if they're at the point where they're interfering with interstate commerce and breaking the Masquerade, I think we're well past that.
How they like every business we went to has been under the syndicate instead of ran by like normal human beings trying to make money.
All right.
At the very least, they were paying protection money.
Yep.
So something tells me that our particular kin are masquerading as criminal syndicates, on top of infiltrating several other factors of government in of itself. Which, why wouldn't you?
Well, we're going to the what's it called? We're going to the cathedral, to the heresy foundry.
So what? Why?
Because Millarc's sire is part of the ruling council.
Was he?
He was important enough to be
I
allowed to.
thought he just made his introductions like any person, any one of our kin trying to live inside of a city.
I believe I heard rumors that he was had dealings with the old Pender. At the very least, he's met the prince.
Yeah, and so has Millarc.
Who didn't make a good introduction.
Yeah,
We all know this. You don't have to keep bringing that up.
I'm like introductions don't mean much, but whatever.
I mean, it's either that or I go back to the hotel room and I set up an appointment on Shrekneck.
Hey, whatever you want to do.
Well, it's on the way anyways.
Now decision.
We're going to the house of the Holy Father because it's literally on the way.
Alrighty, let me pop y'all over there.
Is the door locked?
You
It ain't gonna be.
you attempt to open the door, and it does seem to be locked at the moment.
You have a key, right, Millarc?
Do I have a key? I don't think I have a key.
That's the next. You know what? Roll me a d10.
Okay. Seven.
Alrighty, 7. Alright, so in fact, you whether or not you kept it on you is a different question, but as part of your introduction, you were given a copy of the key in case you ever needed to run here for an emergency.
Alright, I have a key. Don't do anything that'll get me in trouble, I say. Go pushing my way to the door and unlocking it.
Elijah will open the door.
Thank you.
Harvey will
Steps
knock on it
inside.
politely before stepping inside.
And Elijah will close and lock behind.
Great, thank you, Elijah.
He locked it for a reason.
Oh, I thought you were locking it behind me, leaving me alone in here.
No, you damn fool.
Of course you're not doing it now. You're next to me.
The
Thought
girl came in, you came in, I came in. Oh, you're not paying attention?
Yeah, let's just keep
Quit
wildly.
sucking on your thumb, boy. Keep walking.
Obviously, I see the altar is empty, so I'm going to knock on the office door. For all I know, he's in torpor.
It's the middle of the night. That's wild. He's just
Actually,
hating from the rafters.
let me check real quickly.
Well, we don't know how old he is.
There we go. So, no, you, knock on the doors and you hear a muffle of surprise and, the shuffling of papers for a bit of scraping of wood is heard. After a little bit, the door opens and you see a somewhat frazzled looking pastor, though he quickly revitalizes himself upon seeing you at the door. I'm assuming one of my children let you in.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Now, is this for business or?
Well, I'm not gay, so not pleasure. Man,
When you live long
Harvey,
enough,
for
those
fuck's sake,
things.
how are you even a lawyer?
I'm kind of convinced he's not a lawyer and he's just lying to us all.
Well, that would likely make him the best lawyer then.
There was that lawyer who defeated so many cases, and then they found out he never actually was on the bar.
Much like us. Pretending to be something we're not.
Alright,
Yes, indeed.
okay, the bridges are closed to the other side of the river.
Yes, that does happen. I assumed you had something to do with that.
No.
No?
I don't think we did anything particular to the other side of the road.
We haven't been over there yet.
Do you know what
Gosh.
particular instance caused this?
It's possible that I do hear quite a few things. I do talk to some important figures, so it's possible they might have said something to explain this situation.
Harvey smilingly easily is like, well, I still have yet to be able to meet the prince, and I imagine he is a very busy individual. So in order to prevent any misunderstandings, I thought I would ask someone who has met the prince and is likely in his good graces.
Well, if one of the things to learn about dealing with the prince is things are never as they seem. And the simple road is rarely the one you'll be taking.
Yes, I'm beginning to see that. So I'm going to ask, is the prince Pendergast?
Feel free to make a charisma. Well, I guess depending on how you're asking this,
I'm
charisma
manipulating
and
him.
empathy. Alright then, so I guess yeah, you could replace charisma with manipulation.
And etiquette. Slash.
Yeah, that
Or-
would be your that would be good way if you're trying to put him in a situation where he is required to answer.
Unfortunately, I am 1 point shy of etiquette for getting vampire diplomacy. After all, we do not want to interfere with the prince's plans, and as outsiders, especially high-ranked outsiders, we could cause quite the mess if it were to be interfered with. After all, I am a messenger, not a harbinger.
That is certainly true. And it is good and it is good for you to know that, well, as you've already figured out, that old Pendergast is an influential individual, one who's connected both up and down. Uh, well, another way to say that is Pendergast is likely the one who would be issuing such a declaration, though whether or not it was his choice or not is a different question.
Well, now we know. And I assume, due to the recent situation, his schedule must be entirely fulfilled. He just cannot make the time of day, not time of night, to meet with some new fledglings entering his city. Correct?
Alright, so Blood, do you need a translation of what he's saying, or do you get what he's putting down?
Yes, I do require a translation, please.
Okay, basically what he's what the key thing he's trying to get down is that whether or not Pendergast is giving the orders, he's implying that there's likely someone above Pendergast, which in a city the highest rank is prince, as you likely know.
Yes.
Which means if there's someone above Pendergast, that means he can't be the prince.
You're not really giving me a lot of work, a lot to work with here, Necro. uh,
Pendergast is an influential figure controlled by the.
yes, I know that.
Yeah, so like
It's like, but not even
they're
like a hint.
probably. He also said that mentioned that Pendergast would probably be the one giving the issuing and organizing all this.
Ah.
So whether whether or not he's the prince and not doesn't matter. If we find Pendergast, that just is climbing higher up the ladder.
That's true.
Yeah, and you do
Because it
remember
might mean that Pendergast is the sheriff.
Okay, Pendergast is the sheriff.
No, I'm not saying that it's 100%, but I'm just saying maybe. Or maybe like a influential human turned ghoul by one of the other people. And is being used to organize a bunch of shit.
Huh.
Yes, Heyman and Holland.
Oh, thank you, Pastor. Perhaps. You have given me much to think about. Thank you so much.
well, I'm glad I could enlighten you in whatever way I'm capable of. Now, I'm assuming you have more questions than just about old Pender.
Who's the primogen for the Nosferatu around here?
I admit I don't spend much time with them, as it's difficult for them to make the services due to their particular condition. But last I heard, they've had a bit of an upset in that regard after a recent issue, a bit before your time, motioning towards Millarc. They had a representative, as all are expected to, but some situation, the details unknown to me, have rendered them absent from their position. And I'm assuming that our particular companions within the Camarilla are at work trying to figure out who's going to take up that position.
Surprised that Nosferatu don't just hold an election and decide.
They typically be solitary and
I doubt there's more than 5
libertarians.
Nosferatu in the entirety of the city. Unless
That could be part of the problem if there's not enough of them to reach a quorum.
yeah, they probably only speak through dead drops most of the time unless they are forced together in some capacity.
Yeah, especially considering the excitement I've heard recently.
Yes, they do have that under bits now. Well,
Smoke, you cut out so often you sound like Boomhauer.
I guess so. It's hard to do
That's,
because I don't feel like sitting here holding my.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
that's certainly a shame, though whether or not it's entirely true is a different point, but a home should be a precious thing after all.
Well, we'll at least do. We can get geared up for the sewers, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Try to
would,
clean things up on our own.
would certainly be careful. Something, from what I've heard, is riling them up down there. Can't imagine what could get them in such a tizzy, but I can only assume it's not pleasant. Perhaps
Alligators?
someone who's not. No, I would assume they would be quite joyful for that. It would be something they could control.
Probably undead alligators.
Hmm.
Oh, thank you so much for your
That would
assistance.
be quite the intrusion into their particular domain.
Wait, undead. Are there vampiric alligators? Are that a thing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're. So no one's tested it to make sure that can't happen.
If it has, people have not been forthcoming with the results.
Or they got eaten.
No, the closest I'm aware of is. Well, that might be a lecture for another time, but there is a process where one can maintain strict control over others with a particular ritual. And that ritual does work on any animal that consumes.
Wild.
I'm going to have to call my mentor.
It's always wise to seek knowledge from those above.
Harvey nods. Well, I'm ready if you all are. Thank you very much, Pastor Eric.
Of course, I'm glad to be of assistance in whatever way I'm able.
Elijah will unlock the door, open it for Harvey.
Thank you, Elijah.
Well,
Harvey pantomimes lifting a hat.
Be a good girl, my child. Make sure you keep these two out of trouble, as they seem so prone to throw themselves into.
Do my best.
Well, you certainly make good companions. I'm sure they'll help elevate your current status.
Well, we'll see.
Help elevate your current status, which is almost the same as their own. Elijah holds open the door for her, closes it after everybody's outside.
Well, let's get back in the car and then drive back to the hotel room.
Yeah, very well.
Harvey looks to be deep in thought. He feels stymied.
Perhaps. Though the day has not been without experiences and lessons. But the question being is, now that you have a chance to sit and collect yourselves, what does the group wish to consider first of the manyest things you have encountered tonight?
It seems like they're queuing up for open warfare between the two cities. Or at least something is inflaming the issue enough that they're enforcing a quarantine between the two.
Yeah, I was about to say a quarantine doesn't mean active warfare.
Yeah, that could mean there's some sort of sickness spreading in one city that they don't want spread to the other.
So, I
Alright,
mean, I know there has been like border conflicts. However, can you imagine the break of Masquerade? Knuckle fucker decided to fucking try to kill each other.
and yet it happens all the time.
When?
New
On this
Orleans!
fucking scale, what do you mean?
In New Orleans? We've been trying to kill the Sabbat there for decades.
That's the Sabbat, you fool. This has got two branches of the Camarilla. The Sabbat aren't even out here.
Wait, I thought the Sabbat... Necro, I thought the Sabbat were, like, active in the other city, right?
You are unaware of what the current status of the other city is. The last information you have is that they're Camarillon.
Could be on Anarchs. If,
Even then, like, if they do declare an independent aspect to the Camarilla, that it wouldn't be enough.
business? It is the... Necro, just to make sure, this is the Mississippi River we're astride, correct?
As far as I'm aware of, let me check my notes real quick.
Yeah, no, Harvey, it's matter of.
Yeah, it should be yeah, it does. I believe this is the Mississippi, unless I'm mistaken.
I believe it
'Cause I
is.
yeah, 'cause I believe the Missouri River is more towards the east.
Yeah.
But, Harvey, I believe it's more a matter of independent actors on both sides stirring up trouble.
Hmm.
It doesn't help that we have been watching thing which could have easily been misinterpreted. However, there's also some newcomers that we've met that aren't us that could be doing the same thing. However, on the flip side, might not have the most wholesome intentions.
All right, let's go through the list and see who that could possibly be. All right, let's start with the obvious. Werewolves. You think they're possibly responsible for the heightened tensions?
I don't believe so.
That's what I thought.
I don't believe that werewolves typically partake in politics, at least to that degree. They more focus on their huntings and their packs,
I'm gonna have to make a occult test.
shuffling through their bestial urges.
Necro, would this be a intelligence occult test to know what werewolves want?
Hmm. That would be a safe assumption, depending on what you may know about werewolves.
Because I met werewolves before, but I probably didn't have like a long time I could have a discussion with them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Unfortunately, werewolves are not vampires, so I do not get my speciality.
That is correct. I was just about to mention that. So while you may not know the deep intricacies of werewolf culture, you do know that they do tend to be rather insular compared to most supernatural creatures, and that the only reason they would likely be getting involved in such a thing is either they have a hunt that's trekking into the vampire lands, or they have somehow been slighted and are attempting to get recompense for such.
Because out of character, the werewolves. I'm going to say it. They're eco extremists. So they're so. Hmm. And I haven't
Your
heard
turn.
anything about like vampires recently interfering with werewolves in this region. Then again, it's not like I would be able to know. This is a completely different time zone to what I'm used to.
You are correct.
Okay, so it's not werewolves that we know of. Let's see. We heard mages. You know anything about mages, Elijah?
Well, again, we have another one. Carnival. We have a myriad of our particular kind. I know they're able to do a great deal. However, I believe the discussion is that it wasn't mages in particular. It was our particular clan of users of blood magic.
Uh, Tremere.
Yeah.
Uh,
And you know how wacky they are.
oh God, don't remind me. Okay, so it's possibly
So
Tremere
very well.
shenanigans.
Indeed. It could just be some of their eccentric personalities leaking through. And that is coming from me.
This would be a massive fucking eccentricity to cause a total closure of transportation.
It doesn't take much when there's conflict between two cities.
That's fair.
And then some man wearing blue robes and a blue pointy hat, blowing up cars with fireballs or whatever the fuck they do. That's a problem. I think that's enough of a problem for them to shut down a fucking bridge and have the hounds guard.
True, that would be an unusual amount of, from what I could tell between the conflict between the two cities, an unusual amount of interlocution and working together. Necro, do you mind if I make an occult test to see how much I know about wizards?
You can certainly try, though I will let you know in advance that this will be probably one of the hardest tests you've made.
Oh, I agree. Oh my god!
Well, shit. Well, due to some of your sources, and while all of your information at the moment is secondhand, you do know that obviously magic does exist. That's the obvious one, and that sorcerers have their own organizations, much like vampires or werewolves and whatnot. What their actual motive is unclear,
Money?
especially. Well, every group likes money.
Money, comfort, not being killed by the normies.
Yeah, but it's one of the, because on one hand their presence is almost impossible to track even amongst the supernatural society. But on the other hand, their effects can constantly be felt in just about everything. And this strange juxtaposition causes a lot of strain amongst the supernaturals who try to study the mages and their various occult followers.
I bet Harvey had like a on again, off again girlfriend who was a mage, and she kept zapping me, and that's why I don't remember a fucking thing. But I still somehow know stuff. Well then, uh, she kept fucking neuralizing me. Even as a vampire, there's no protection against that. Um, okay, so mages. We're gonna put a pin on that one.
Why do you immediately go for like the most over the top paranoia like propaganda bullshit? Like straight out of like some of them satire newspapers and shit.
Harvey's going to make a wits. He's going to make a wit. What would be a self introspection test, Necro, to see where he gets that from?
There's a few ways you could handle that. Probably the your best option would likely be your wits and your empathy. Try to see if you can dig into your psyche and figure out what you are as a person that causes you to behave the way you do.
Yeah, that's right. Dig deep, Harvey. Tell me what the fuck is wrong with you.
Well, you see, it began all the way when I was a kid in the Great Depression.
No, Harvey, don't care where your father touched you.
Yeah, you think about it for a little bit, and you think you find a few threads, but then after you pull on their threads a little bit, you realize that those situations were entirely someone else's fault and had nothing to do with you. And thus, the only thing you can think of is that any problems you've had in your life have clearly been the fault of other people, and thus not due to any particular character flaw you have as a vampire.
That's fucking perfect. Alright, so mages, possibly blood magic from the fucking Tremere fucks. Alright.
Yeah, the Tremere, not mages, you damn fool.
Like, if we were dealing with mages, we would have a big fucking problem. Alright, that leaves ghosts.
They're barely fucking perceptible, boy. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, is it a wonder that we've dealt with a ghost, and then the hounds went out of their way to also deal with a ghost?
Well, no, to be fair, we went there because the ghost was being a slight bit of a problem at a place ran by this Pentagast. So when we went there to see if we could catch the hound in the process of removing said ghosts, we caused trouble. We looked into the, Pentagast, the potential sheriff. And if you were the potential sheriff and someone busted into your fucking office...
Fair. Okay, so it's not ghosts that's causing these problems.
Yeah, no, then they just sent the little, murder child to shoot the ghost to death.
That fucking wizard.
I doubt it's a wizard, but it is a very strange creature. I don't think I told you, but you know me, all I see is death.
What'd you
When
see?
I look into that child, I see life.
Oh shit. Harvey has a oh shit look on his face.
Yeah, it's like I've seen shit that I haven't seen for over 100 years.
Harvey looks worried.
It is fascinating. I do not know what is wrong with that child. All I know is that she is somehow a part of our little merry band.
Okay, so
And she can keep that magic gun of hers.
what options does that leave us?
With third-party actors,
I guess it could be the mortals. It could
he
be.
like motions to himself. More of us, lad.
Uh,
More of us.
oh, great.
It's always us.
Well, I was going to suggest the Inquisition, but if it's us, then we have a bigger problem.
It's probably just some fools. Or, like again, some people from the other side. Probably from both sides. Not happy about something and stirring up trouble because fuck them and fuck the lawn they rolled in on.
Ah. Hmm. If it's just random independent actors, that would be anticlimactic, but I mean, at least it would be comforting.
It's my best guess at this point. Because it's just a small fools here and there. Heck, it could be your favorite, a Sabbat sect, hiding somewhere, and they are just sitting here causing up trouble, blaming it on the other side, trying to get a full-on war going, so that they could kill off the Camarilla in this area without even having a whole ass war themselves.
Necro, do you mind if I make a history intelligence test? Or would that be a politics intelligence test to see if I've heard any rumors back in New York? Necro.
Yeah, how may I help you?
Can I make a what would I make to see if I recall any rumors about troop movements and Sabbat attacks and infiltration back in New York?
Oh, back in New York. Well, that would definitely be intelligence to start off with.
Because New York is basically the capital of the Camarilla here in the New World, or at least in North America.
Correct.
Yeah, I think it's like you're just probably trying to figure out like known Sabbat battle tactics.
Yeah, so in
Is
that case,
what I'm guessing, Blood.
Because while I'm not high up, I'm still just a pawn. I at least know people who do like the actual like bloody grunt work.
it would likely either be subterfuge or politics, depending on which route you want to take this in.
I'm going to take politics because I actually read the after action reports that the
Okay.
Camarilla make.
You said intelligence subterfuge.
Well, depending on how you want to take it, but it sounds like he's wanting to take the more bureaucratic route with this one.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, if he's taking the more bureaucratic route, Elijah could try the other route.
If you
We
wish
get it, like-
to, and if you have any experience in New York,
I mean, Elijah's all over the place.
that's fair.
All right. If it's a difficulty 7, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Oh damn.
Alrighty. So between the two of you and putting together your thoughts, you're fairly aware of how the Sabbat do tend to act, especially when they're the minority power in a region. And they do try to be somewhat subtle about their efforts, but their trail can always be found. And they're rarely as restrained as your recent experience has been. They usually will have some sort of clash, either to make some sort of movement or potentially to act as a distraction while they do their primary motivation.
So this could all be one distraction. It
It
is. Go on.
Could be, but it's a very clean distraction. There hasn't been much in the way
Yeah,
of conflict recently
yeah,
compared
there's
to what
no
you're used to
blood
from
and
the
arms
Sabbat.
flying.
Yeah, the most, depending on your definition, the most conflict you've had recently was at the playhouse, and probably the messiest thing you've done was either at the dump or the sewers.
Because the tactic makes sense for this Sabat, because it is absorbing a lot of Camarilla resources, but it's too clean to be Sabat. Conversely,
Precisely.
Now, I will also remind you, my friend, that there is potential cult activity in the sewers.
Okay, out of character. What cult again? I know there was.
We don't fucking know.
We don't know. It's just a cult.
It was described that way. I don't believe we were able to find anything that specifically led to cults. However, there's a large groups of humans moving through the sewers. So much so that they destroyed a section of the wall to ease their passage.
And you did find that particular sigil that you did not recognize.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We did find a sigil.
It's been a while. Okay, I'm going to sketch out the sigil, and then I'm going to call my mentor and see if he knows anything about this. Otherwise, I think we're going to have to go back into the sewers more permanently this time.
I mean, that is bound to happen anyway. We can take it to some of the individuals around, to the Elysium and such. See if we could find any particular practitioners of the occult that might be able to identify.
That'd be an excellent idea. Millarc,
Yes.
do you know how to drive a car?
No.
No?
I know how to drive a car.
Oh, good. Here, I hand you the keys.
Very well.
I'm not trained in technology, but I do have investigation, so I can at least use my computer to investigate this through the technological end. Alright, I'm gonna make some calls, and then I'm going to do some investigation on my end, see if the mortals are up to anything, or what this cult's all about. Do you mind going by the various Elysiums and bars and asking our fellow immortals?
I guess.
Harvey
I
nods.
mean, we had the historic museum. I don't think we marked the bar down.
Necro, where was the bar?
I know it was in the north
Yeah.
northern part.
Was it
If-
a... Go on.
It wasn't far from your particular domicile.
I know it was around Admiral Plaza.
Is it literally right here?
You know, if it's just right there, I could walk there. I wouldn't mind.
That
If we just
that
all
would be
walk
up.
to the bar.
That would be up to you.
Well, we can drive there, and then I'll walk back to the hotel room while you go across town.
Hold up, Millarc. You actually know this fucking city. Where the fuck is that bar?
Bar?
Yeah, we take out
Yeah,
the
the
map.
bar.
The Elysium
Bar?
bar.
Yeah, the Elysium bar towards the north. It's nearby. There's a small little establishment. You brought us there once before.
Millarc,
Yeah.
you can literally see it out the window of your room.
That bar over there?
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah, that bar. Let's go to that bar.
The other one just
Elijah takes his like a napkin out of his pocket and like starts trying to polish his eyeballs. All right, there we go. I might be able to see better.
Elijah takes out like his spectacles, like his corrected spectacle lenses, and like puts them on. He's like, "Fuck, it's right there."
Oh shit! No, I never wear these things because it ruins the look. But it's like one of those like really tiny circular ones.
The monocle. Oh, the
But yeah,
t-shirts. Yeah.
that's right. I forgot he did have a monocle. Yeah, no, he pulls out the monocle.
The old men have to pull out their fucking glasses.
Oh hell, shit! All right, let's go to the bar.
Yeah, let's go to the.
You can make your
Alright.
calls there and shit. Fuck.
Right. Well, that'll be a great place to wrap it up for tonight. Now that you have a plan for what you want to do next time.
Well, at least I'm looking forward to next week. I'm sorry, Necro. We
Alrighty.
just fucked around all session.
I mean,
that's what we always do.
I mean, in fairness, that was great for me, considering I wasn't expecting to host tonight.
Yeah. um.
That was fun.
Alrighty.
That was a great fun.
I'm sorry, Elle, that you didn't really get a lot to do while the two men debated.
Yeah, sorry, El. That happens a lot with this one.
You don't mind. My brain is always a scattered mess from all the work I have to do.
That's fair.
Alrighty.
So you just get to sit here and listen to us be fucking idiots.
Alright, any
Get
questions or
some
comments
laughs.
before we move on to experience?
I have fun.
I had fun. It's just admittedly, there's not a lot of direction, but that's fine considering I got you this last minute to do this session.
You all I say is that you did do a lot of digging. It's just you still have to sort through all the information you've been
Yeah.
given.
We have so much stuff we got. We just need to sit here, put it all up on the wall, start putting the screen up.
I do love the investigation aspect of this, but also my character is getting pretty frustrated because he's like, okay, what the fuck? I'm literally here to deliver subpoena.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, like, where'd you pull werewolves out of your ass, dude?
Because there's werewolves in the park to the north.
Fucking the eco-terrorists.
The eco-terrorist werewolves.
They're shutting down the bridge, dog.
They're shutting down trans-Mississippian traffic.
This bridge is fucking with the river, man.
Well, he didn't.
Fucking blow this shit.
He didn't advise it in seriousness. He was just going through all of his bases. Like, who do we know who would have?
Would you have missed the first fucking thing? Werewolves, wizards.
Al
Just
Qaeda.
sitting here, it's like, is he gonna say fucking aliens, dude? Like, what's next?
Al Qaeda. FARC.
It's the fucking Al Qaeda.
The Cuban government.
They fucking...
That would actually be pretty fucking wild. It just turns out to be like Mexico narco dealers.
Yeah, just nothing supernatural about
A meth lab exploded.
it. Yeah, that's it.
In the old style vampire style. Oh shit, magic.
Alright, so let's move on to experience. For starters, all of you were here, so all of you get your automatic point.
Plus
One.
one.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm skipping ahead, but I'll just say this anyway. You did some pretty decent role playing tonight, so there's your other point.
2.
Did we learn anything new?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna take a step back from. Did you guys learn anything new and or important during your investigations tonight?
Well, we've connected Pendergast to the higher chain of command and facilitated that they have some control over the actual vampire presence, the illegal presence in this.
That's true. I was just going to jokingly say that Harvey has a
Yeah,
New World
no.
Order girlfriend.
We now know that there's a situation going on between both cities that is a little bit tenser than we thought.
That is also
Um,
true.
from the old man bullshitting around, Millarc has about Will where
I'll just assume that was something interesting. The cutting
whether you
out.
actually like ingest that knowledge or not is totally up to Millarc. However, Millarc still
Oh,
heard
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, like
She has,
Mark.
she has an intelligence of 2, so if she forgets, that's to be expected.
So Millarc was in the room when we talked about vampires, lizards, werewolves, and ghosts.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
we're just sitting here like running down
The
the
list.
entire like Spirit of Halloween list.
Hey, and well, the rest of our list doesn't really matter much because there weren't any heroic feats to survive. And unless you wish to correct me, I don't believe you've completed any of your new goals.
No, unfortunately not.
So we're at 3.
So
Yeah, it would
plus
seem
3.
like. But, yep, today is a 3-point session.
Okay, that's
Oh,
4 points
God.
in total for me.
All right, 4
Wonder
points
what I could
total.
spend. I could either wait till I have 30, so maybe one more session, or I could spend it now.
I mean, I could
Probably
buy
will wait.
a
Up
new
to you.
ability, but I'd rather wait to get my politics bureaucracy specialization.
And I need like
Hmm?
I need 10 experience.
Do I? No, actually, I want to get my firearms up.
If I get 10 experience, then Elijah can turn to dust.
That's hilarious.
And, like literally at will and be able to reform. And he could survive during the day, like
Someone sweeps
the
you.
dust is like tacky so it doesn't blow away.
Oh, okay.
So if like he finds a nice like little hole, so like too strong of a wind doesn't blow him, because if it's strong enough, he'll do it anyway.
You need a dustpan.
But you know, yeah, he's the kind of like tacky sand, and you know he could just curl up in a crevice, turn himself into dust, wait until the day's over, then reform.
That does sound very useful.
And could also use it in his show.
Oh, that was
Now
a nice
there's,
session.
So I mean,
yeah, unless there's anything else you need to go over, I should probably be getting out of here soon.
Have a nice
take
night,
further
Necro.
Necro.
See you later.